Hello everybody, it's me and it's Friday night. I was just sitting here and I suddenly looked up and saw this amazing photo. I don't know if you can get it all in the picture. Celebrating my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. That was about 17 years ago now. And it just made me wonder, how many people do you have in your life that would come to your 50th wedding anniversary, who are at your wedding, or if you haven't married, who are at significant events of your life? So there was a lot of family friends here. There were people who were at their wedding, and there are people who obviously weren't born, and people I hadn't met ever since. But it's just a really beautiful photo to have as a memory of my family. And I just wanted to think about the people we spend our time with. One of the most interesting things that you'll hear about is where the sum of the company of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Now, if we go back to my previous lives where I've talked about novels, there was always a main character and the 5 people they spent the most time with. If we go back to last Monday when I talked about Harry Potter, there was Harry Potter's son Albus spending the most time with his cousin Rose and his friend Scorpius. I still want to call him Severus. And the people we spend the most time with have a huge impact on our lives. So I want you to ask yourself, hi Kayla, who are you spending your time with? Are you spending time with people who build you up? Are you spending time with people who love what you do and are excited about what you do? Or do you spend your time with people who drag you down, who tell you, oh, that wasn't good enough, you can do better than that. Oh, you smell today. Oh, you don't know anything about anything. Oh, you're a pain. Or you're spending time with people who say, wow, you're doing such a great job. Hey, let's go shopping together and see how much fun we can have together. Or, gee, you really have painted your house so nice. Or you need some help, I'll give it to you. So I want you to think about the 5 people you spend the most time with. Who are they and what are their characteristics? Because we're no different than an apple that gets cut up and stuck into a fruit salad. So if I'm an apple and the other 5 people are a strawberry, because I'm sitting around a 6-person table, I've got a strawberry here, I've got a banana over there, I've got a kiwi fruit there, and I've got some pineapple here, and I'm an apple. Now, when you put us all together, what do you get? You get a really nice fruit salad. And you know what? They all complement each other. The apple and the pineapple don't go, keep away from me, you taste horrible. Or the strawberry or the banana. And I think I said an orange. I'm sorry. They all complement each other in the fruit salad. But you know what else they do? They take on the flavours of each other. Another way to describe it is, I'm a piece of steak, and you stick me in a bag and you throw in some vinegar and some salt and some pepper and some marjoram and some rosemary and some thyme, and you leave me in the bag and you scrunch me all up. Guess what flavours I take on? The flavours of the other things I'm mixing with. That's what you do as a person. The 5 people you spend the most time with, they start to be the marinade or the fruit salad juice that you live in. Fruit salad if you like fruit better than you like meat. I include everybody. You think about those people. Are they someone who sees the glasses half full or half empty? Or do they see an empty glass as potential to be something really exciting and we don't know what it's going to be? Or, oh, it's empty and there's nothing left. Are the 5 people you spend time with someone who fights the whole time with their significant other and constantly moans and carries on and bitches about them. Because that's the environment you're spending time with. It's funny how you'll pick up that moaning and bitching and carrying on about your partner. So what's really interesting, and I'm asking particularly you, Kayla and Luke, who are watching live right now, who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they lifting you up or are they pulling you down? Now, it may be your family members. It may be the people you work with, the people you play sport with, the people you live next door to. These people, who do you spend the most time with? Now, if possible, don't think about your family, because you should get so much from your family. I really like you to think about other people you spend a lot of time with during the day, particularly those that you work with. Because it's really interesting when you work with people during the day and you're talking with them, how much of those people do you pick up? And if you're spending time with someone on certain days who isn't one of your close people, but you come home and you just feel out of sorts, stop and think. Lovely, Kayla, absolutely true. Stop being the go-to person for someone you can't go to. Yep. Because if you go to someone and you're with that person and sometimes you come home and you just feel out of sorts, stop and think about the energy that person has been putting out. Have you picked up on that energy? Have you picked up on that negativity? Have you picked up on that bitching? Because you're in the marinade, you're in the fruit salad with them. Because if you spend 8 hours a day with a person who spends the whole time bitching and moaning and bitching and moaning, that's no different than a piece of steak being in the marinade bag with some really rancid, horrible, yucky, I was going to say off vinegar, but no such thing as off vinegar, rancid, yucky, horrible, off mayonnaise. Imagine how that piece of steak is going to taste. It's going to taste crap. And you don't eat it. So what I want you to think about, and what I want people to make comments about, those of you who are watching it later, and I know there will be lots of you, who are you spending your time with? And what impact do they have on them? Now let's flip the coin. How are you for the people who spend time with you? Are you praising them? Are you lifting the people up around you? Or are you dragging them down with your negativity, with your negative comments, with your, oh, come on, don't like what I'm doing, I don't like being at work. I know that I have over the years worked with people who don't like the job they're doing. You know what it's like to work with someone who doesn't like their job they're doing, and you're working next to them and you actually like the job? I don't like this and I don't like that. You can actually come home feeling exhausted. But you spend the day with someone who enjoys the job they're doing as much as you enjoy the job they're doing. You sort of go, oh my God, is it the end of the day? So as people, we are so caught up in other people's energy. From an energy perspective, our energies radiate out about 12 feet around us. So you can imagine what it's like in really, really packed countries, not like here in Australia, where people get on trains at the end of the day. I mean, trains in Australia are like that. You get on a train at the end of the day and you're standing right next to another person. Sometimes you get out of the train and you just feel a bit, you've picked up on all of their stuff. So what I want you to do is think about who are you being for other people and how are those people being for you. And if they're not giving you the things you need, if they're not building you up, it's like a group of 5 single girls go out on Friday night and they're all moaning and carrying on that there's no nice single men out there to find. Do you think they're going to find nice single men when they're all bitching and complaining that there's no nice single men? What those girls need to do is start hanging out with the girls who've already got a partner, because partnered up people know other partnered up people who know other single people who bring them along, and there's more chance of meeting someone. So you need to be with the people that you want to be like. So if you want to be a positive person, if you want to be a successful person, if you want to be someone who sees the good in other people, start spending time with people who show those characteristics, those values. Spend time with people who are in good relationships, not ones in crappy relationships. Spend time with people who love their job. Spend time with people who love being a parent if you're a parent, not with ones who complain about their children all the time and they're driving them crazy. So it's about choosing your environment. What sort of marinade do you want to be in? Do you want to be marinating in a lovely marinade that's going to make you into a better piece of steak, or the most scrumptious fruit salad there is? Or do you want to be rancid? Do you want to be off? Do you want to be mouldy? Because I know which I prefer to be. I like to be someone who feels like they've been marinating with really exciting people, like I just was. Wasn't I, Kayla? Really nice, exciting, energised people. Not someone who spends the whole time negative, because they drag you down. So if you're being negative, stop and think about the impact you are having on other people and what you're doing to the human marinade. Answer. What are you doing for the human marinade? See you all later, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.